Hello and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on here, please subscribe and become a member of the family. In today's video, I'm sharing with you how to make this beautiful gathered skirt. The materials you'll be needing for this tutorial are the fabric, you will be needing your tape rule, you'll be needing a zipper, and of course you'll be needing your scissors. The measurements you'll be needing to make the skirt are your waist measurement, your hip measurement, and the full length of the skirt. So for this particular material, as you can see, I don't have a lot of material to work with here, so I'm just going to work with the whole material. I'm just going to cut out this little excess you can see on the side to use as the band. So I'm going to measure this full length here. As you can see, I've already folded it into two, which is going to serve as the front and the back pieces for me. So the full length here is 18 inches. I'm going to be adding a 2-inch band, so that will make the full length of my skirt to be 20 inches, and the longer part is going to be for me to use and make my gathers. So what I'm going to do now is to cut out the necessary parts I will be needing. This first part is to cut out this part here that I'll be using as the band, and then I will divide this other part into two to get my front and back pieces. So make sure that the material you have is way more, like 3 times your hip measurement, so that you have enough room for gathers. So these are the materials I have here. These 2 pieces are going to serve as the front and the back of this skirt. I'm going to have my zipper on the side, so I'm going to go straight to my sewing machine and I'm going to make 2 straight stitches on the end of this fabric here. I'm not going to back stitch because I need to be able to make gathers, so I'm going to do this for both pieces. So this is what I've done here. I've done it for this piece here, and you can see I have some extra threads here, which is going to help me to make these gathers. So I'm going to pick the upper thread, the 2 upper threads, as you can see me doing like this, and what I'm going to do is to pull on this thread very carefully so that it doesn't break, and I'm going to keep doing this all the way to the end of this fabric to meet the other pieces of thread at the end of the fabric. I'm just going to keep on doing this until the end of the fabric, and I'll be doing this for the 2 pieces of material I have here. That is the front and the back pieces. So guys, as you can see, I'm almost done with this. Just make sure that while you are doing this gather, you ensure that it is exactly your waist measurement. It is your waist measurement when you're done. So after I finished making this gather here, I measured it to be sure that is up to my waist measurement, and my waist is 24 inches. I'm going to cut this stop these gathers at 26 inches. That's divided by 2, 13 inches. So I marked 13 inches here, and what I'm going to do is to make the same thing on the other piece as well. So I've done this for the 2 pieces, as you can see. So these are the front and the back pieces. The waist is 13 inches on both sides, that is 26. I'm going to use the extra 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So I'll be leaving this skirt part on the side, and I'm going to work on the band. So I'll be needing a 2-inch wide band, and the band is going to be the length of the band is going to be the measurement of my waist. I'm going to be cutting out 2 different bands. So my waist is 24 inches, let's not forget, and you remember that I stopped my gathers at 13 inches on both sides. That's 26 inches, sorry, and the extra 2 inches my sewing allowance. So I measured that exactly that same thing on this band. These bands are 13 inches long and 4 inches wide. So that is what I have here. This is going to be from the front and the back pieces. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to bring the front the band, attach the band to the skirt itself. I'm going to make sure that the gathers is no more than my band. So what I'm going to do is to hold this down with my pins, as you can see me doing like this. So guys, after this, I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and stitch it down on this side, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other part of the skirt. So after stitching it down on my sewing machine, I'm going to fold it in again by about half an inch inside, and I'm going to pin it down again, as you can see me doing like this. And I'm also going to take this to my sewing machine and stitch it down. This is after this, then you know that we are done with the band part of this skirt. So this is what it looks like after I've stitched it down. I'm also went ahead to do it for the other part. So this is what the front and the back pieces look like now. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is to make the right sides to face each other like this. And I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch it down on both sides. Let's not forget that I told you guys that my zipper is going to be on one side of the skirt, so I'm going to stitch one side down all the way to the end, and this other side I'm going to leave about 7 inches here where I'm going to attach my zipper here. Then I will stitch from this end here all the way to the end. So this is what I was talking about. This is the space I told you I was going to leave for the zipper that I'm going to be placing here. And this other part, as you can see, I've stitched it down fully. So what I'm going to do now is take this to my sewing machine, attach the zipper and hem the down of the skirt by about half an inch, and I'm going to, and that will basically be all for this tutorial, as you can see. So guys, that is it. I've attached the zipper to this side, I've hemmed it down of the skirt, and that's basically all. It's so simple to make a gather skirt. I believe like gather skirt and flare skirt are very easy to cut out and sew. This is a very easy one. If you have a child or you have an event to attend and you quickly want to make something fast for yourself, this is a very quick project. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. I really appreciate. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.